Good morning to our placement partner community and welcome to our review of the V8 system. Today we're going to be chatting about the reminders section of the system, and we've got a very special guest joining us today. Welcome, Ronald.
Thanks, Kelly. Yeah, hi everybody.
Yeah,
Good
we're really excited to have you here because you're actually one of the real architects of the system. You've been around from the very beginning. So, you know, I think Shirls and I can chat for days about the benefits of it, but it's really cool to have you here to kind of explain the history behind the system as well.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, no, I'm quite keen to have a bit of a chat about that. Thanks,
Awesome.
Kelly. Thanks for bringing me on board.
Yeah. So, yeah, as I said, today we're chatting about the reminders module of the system, and really, I can't get over how useful this feature is in the system. So for those who don't know how the reminder system or part of the system works, essentially, as you've seen, we've chatted a bit about working through your candidates, using your CRM side there, making notes on your interactions, same with the clients, and then also a lot of that happening in the vacancies. And all of this work that you're putting in automatically generates these reminders for you, which I think is so unbelievably important. Like, I don't know how recruiters actually stay on top of all the different moving parts that are going on. So I think this is really the unsung hero of the system. I don't know what your thoughts are on.
Yeah, it's basically like a digital diary. So the thinking was from the beginning that, you know, when you're trying to keep track of a lot of different things, it's nice to have a page to refer to. But it's also just like a paper diary, you know, you've got the ability to page back and back forward and see, oh, okay, now I remember on the 8th of June, we had that interview, and that was what transpired there. So it's not just reminders that just pop up and say, hey, do this, hey, do that. It's a, you know, it's a continuum.
Yes, yeah,
So,
literally a digital diary. I heard something so interesting the other day, you know, and as you know well, I'm a huge fan of the old pen and paper. I like to write stuff down, but it's so important to then actually put that into structure. Interestingly, what I found out the other day is when you're writing on pen and paper, it's actually a right brain hemisphere working. And then when you get to your PC, it's your left brain.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that I found that quite interesting. And as you know, I'm extremely OCD. So I love this idea of have your notes, you know, put it down on paper. Yeah. But then systemize it, you know, and like you said, make a real record that gets stored in the cloud. So
I mean, pen and paper is great. I love it too. But when you're busy collaborating with a team,
exactly.
you know, then it becomes quite hard to do it with pen and paper. So, you know, in this way, I mean, you can obviously generate reminders and share them with your team. But the main thing about the reminders page, in fact, is that these get generated by the system as you work through the workflow.
Yes.
So, you know, you'll just be going about your business as a recruiter, making notes on a client, making notes on a candidate, scheduling interviews.
Yes, and that's what we can see here. All your client interviews coming up.
Yeah, it comes up automatically. You don't have to put that in there. It's just there.
Yeah, fantastic. Another thing that you touched on there, which is so unbelievably helpful about the system is, you know, like recruiters are actually human too, and they also get sick and need to have holidays. And that's another great thing about this is it's such a good collaboration tool. So like you said, if someone's out of the game for a week or so, you can still keep the momentum. There's no need for that relationship or that vacancy to have a dead stop.
Someone else has got visibility on their diary and they can just pick up the loose ends and make sure no balls are dropped.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like if we have a look at the view we're looking at now, from a management perspective, it's also great because you can actually go and have a look at, you know, search at what your whole team has been busy with for that period and, you know, just keep an eye on things from that perspective too.
Now you can get a nice overview of your whole team. You can also get a nice overview over a segment of time. So let's say for a year, you know, how many of a certain type of interaction have we had?
Right, yes. And maybe you can talk us through a little bit of this internal search bar. This is new to me as well. So would that be for digging into reminders that are specific to a client or a candidate?
That's for anything. That's a very nifty tool, which wasn't in version 7, and it's been introduced for the first time now in V8.
Awesome.
And we are very excited about that. We suspect it's going to be extremely well received and highly used.
Right.
So what it does is, after you've done your searching and you've got your results, it might be a vast amount of results. You can instantly search within those results for phrases and words and anything using that little search tool, and that appears throughout any list and placement partner now.
That's so
V8.
awesome. Yeah, that's really cool because I remember with many of my clients chatting to them, one of the questions that came up frequently is, we've got all these awesome search tools and the different kind of criteria that you can use, but like we were saying, recruiters are human, and sometimes you can't even remember what exactly the vacancy was or what it might be, and you just got that one little keyword to work with, and I can imagine this tool satisfying that need exactly. So that's really awesome.
No, totally.
Really
the search pane on the left can also be moved out of the way, so then you've got more screen real estate to work with.
Yes.
And then you'll probably just use the little search up on the right
there. Very awesome.
Yeah.
Very nice. So thank you so much, Ronald. Was there anything else you wanted to add for us on this this reminders page? I think we've hit all of the benefits there.
No, all the functionality that was there in V7 is still there, plus a whole lot more. So I'm really looking forward to clients' feedback on the flow and and how it works for them.
Right, and it's beautiful. Not to be a complete girl about it, but the user interface is really, really lovely looking as well.
Excellent. No, I'm glad you like it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm hoping that perhaps we could get a special guest in to chat with us about our next segment, which is going to be the reports. That's also massive, and the value that you can get out of that is huge. So thanks for joining us to our recruitment community, and stay tuned for next week's review of the reports, and hopefully we'll have another special guest for that. Cool. Thanks, Ronald.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Bye.
Bye.